Okay, so we're over here at DIY Auto School, and what we got a drag bike motorcycle situation going on. This is made out of fiberglass, but not just fiberglass. It's basically made out of some homemade mold, and it's very, very old. So what we're going to do today, we're going to show you how to prep your old fiberglass to make it paint ready. And Minnie the Body Shop girl's hard at it. Let's see what's going on.
Welcome to DIY Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie the Body Shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
What's up?
I'm sanding.
Okay, so we got a fiberglass fender here. Let's go ahead and turn that over, and you can see that this isn't the best made fiberglass fender. You can tell that it's basically half-ass homemade, and you can always see that this thing's been cracked and busted in several places, and even the holes are out wobbled. You see what I'm saying? But look at the finish on this thing. It's just atrocious. It's like just way out of whack here. And just very, very ugly, you might say. Am I right?
Yeah, it's not very beautiful.
So what we're basically doing here, to let everybody know, is we are actually using, this is a single stage paint, and the way that you can tell that is right there. When you're sanding and you're actually getting color on your hands or whatever you're sanding on, that means it's single stage, it doesn't have any clear coat. So what are you doing to smooth this out and get it prepped up?
I'm using some 80 grit.
Okay, you're using 80 grit, and what's that other thing in your hand?
Oh, well, it's just a soft, it's a medium block.
Now, why aren't you just using your hand?
Because I don't want to put grooves in it with my fingers.
And plus, another thing is when you're using a block, it covers a lot more surface. And we're basically using this as a guide coat. Remember I said guide coat?
Right.
And you can see where the high spots are on it right here. And then this would be a low spot. And you can see right here, here's a low spot right here in this. Now, we're going to go back and put some body work on this fender to clean it all up. But before we do that, Minnie has got to completely block this thing. And we're going to go ahead and focus right here where all this ugliness is. Can you show us how you're going to block that out using 80 grit? Am I correct?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I'm just going to sand it really hard and be careful and try not to crack it.
Right. Yeah, we want to be real careful. We don't want to crack this old fiberglass. That's another thing about these fiberglass parts when you're working on them, is that you got to be really, really careful. Now, the way that I would actually do this is not the way Minnie's doing it. What I would do, I would actually hold the fender inside my leg right here. Instead of putting pressure on it this way, where we can already see there's a broken out piece or something's going on here, what we got a nice solid surface that's locking it down in there, and we can really get a good sand job going. You see what I'm saying? And if you look real close there, you can see where we're hitting these high spots. Okay, here's a high spot right in there. Anywhere that you see white on your fender or whatever color's underneath, that means that's a high spot. Now, should we keep sanding that area, my friend Pete? Should we keep sanding that area to get it where it's all white? No. What this is doing is prepping it up so we can put our filler on here that we need to make all this smooth. So I'm resting it on my leg here. See how I'm doing that, Minnie?
Yeah.
And you can see right there, look at that. I seriously doubt that this fender, okay, has any gel coat on it whatsoever. I think this was just a pumped out fiberglass fender that somebody put in a mold very sloppily and then probably painted a couple coats of primer on it and then painted it. You can see right here there's some filler. This is Bondo. Alright, and if we go like this, you can see there was a crack right here. Alright, so working on your old fiberglass, if you're doing something like this, you need to be very, very careful. So Minnie's going to go ahead and keep prepping that. Another thing that you want to do on your first initial start on this deal is you want to continuously change your paper. Alright, now I'm using a block and there's a reason for that. If we use our hand and we do this, that's really not doing anything, but using a solid surface, it is. See here how quick that sands? Look at that. I'm already hitting those high spots and knocking them down. And once again, that doesn't mean that this thing's smooth, but it's showing us a map of where our highs and lows are. We're going to go ahead and sand that down. Now, I'm thinking that this was cut out for something right here. Okay? And then another thing we got is we're busting through to the raw fiberglass, so you want to kind of stop. Now look at this edge right here. Look how this edge is all funky looking. So what we'll do is we'll come back, after we get this all prepped up, we'll come back and we're going to clean that edge off real nice. Do you see what I'm saying? Are you zooming in on that?
No, no.
Okay, see how crooked that edge is? Alright, we're going to clean these edges up and we'll go all the way around. That's very easy to do, and I'm going to show you that. So, we're starting out by cleaning our old fiberglass relic parts, and this can go into if you have a kit car, for instance. An old classic kit car has been sitting out in your backyard. It's going to be the same way, alright? If you bust through and you see paint, that means that it's what?
Single stage. Single
stage paint. And what we're doing is we are stabilizing our fiberglass pieces in a way where if we're putting pressure like this, because once again this is very thin, so if we're pushing down on that, that's going to give it an opportunity maybe to crack in the center or something like that. So that's another important thing that we need to do to take care of the situation and do it right. Looks like Minnie's going to have a bunch of sanding. Look what I found right here. See how ugly and rotted that looks? Okay.
Yep.
So she's just basically going to go through there. She's going to sand it by hand, just like I was showing you. She's going to repeat her process through the whole fender. And then when we get done, she's going to come back and start sanding this down as well. So we're working on our fender, and we got that. But then we come across this thing. Look at this, Minnie. Look how flimsy this thing is.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's already been repaired in this area here. And look at this. It looks like it cracked right here on these sides. So we really got to be careful with something like that, and that's the whole key to it, is being careful and sanding it properly. This is where our table comes in. See there? You see what's going on now? We got our table, it's stabilized, and it's going to work properly to sand what we need to sand. I'm going to let Minnie go ahead and work on this. She's got a lot of sanding to do because I'm working on this over here, and then we're going to go ahead and come back after Minnie gets this thing all blocked out by hand. We're going to see how long it takes her, and we're going to go into step 2 on repairing your old fiberglass for paint ready action. So if you remember correctly, I was telling everybody to use your old paint, which this is pretty nasty stuff, as a guide coat. So when you're guide coating and you're block sanding, you got to get rid of all of the imperfections, and everywhere that you see shiny has to go. Alright, everything that's shiny has got to be gone. So by using that block and that 80 grit, that's what we're doing. Now she thought we'd go ahead and fill all this in, but the problem you have with filling that in, it won't even hold, because this paint job is very, very old. I'm sure it's got a lot of grease and wax and filth all built up in it, so that's got to be sanded down, kind of like what she's doing over here in this area. Alright, so what's going on, Minnie the Body Shop Girl? I see your block sanding. How's it going?
I'm sanding and trying to get all the spots out of it, Pete.
Okay, are we talking about spots like this right here?
Yeah.
What are those? Why are those there?
It's low spots, dips, divots.
So you think what
dings.
happened possibly a long time ago is the
Nobody-
fiberglass shrunk, or?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Your poor prep job? Who knows?
What I'm thinking is somebody stripped this down to bare fiberglass, and they took all the gel coat with them and then painted it with some cheap paint. You know what I'm saying? But do you see by sanding that? Look right here. If you sand right here, we can show everybody. See that
Yeah,
spot?
now this crack is going to
Yeah,
show
that's
up.
okay. Let's go ahead and sand this area right here. I want to show them how by block sanding it, you can get rid of those. Just kind of block sand that down. You can see them disappearing. You just got to keep on blocking and keep on blocking until they're all gone. It has got to be block sanded down to a fine, minute situation where 99% of all that stuff is gone. So there you go. You can see right here, if I can look at it, please. All right, there's some type of gel coat, but we don't know. But this is what it takes to properly prepare and to prep your old fiberglass body parts. We're going to let Minnie keep sanding, and then we're going to come back and check her out later. Well, Minnie finally got done sanding our fiberglass pieces, motorcycle fiberglass pieces. Now, what we're doing here, this applies to any old fiberglass parts that you might have. We're just working on this drag bike fiberglass piece right now as a example of what's going on. So you can see that Minnie really sanded that. And it took her quite a while to get it down to what you're looking at. Very big, extensive job. But she finally got it down, blocked it down, and is now ready for primer, almost. Now, when I say almost, we found some cracks, and the cracks are in a very crucial area. It's a mounting point of the bike itself. And I'm going to go ahead and go through the procedure of how to fix a crack when you come across it. So I already started working on the crack, and if I feel up underneath, it feels like that's already been repaired. Right here in this area, you can see where all this goop is, and then of course over here as well. So this has been repaired several times before, but we're going to go ahead and repair it properly. And what I did is I took my cutting wheel and I made a little valley, and I grinded that out all the way about 1/8 of an inch past where the crack is. And then if you look real close here, you can see the crack in that one, and it went all the way to about right here. So I went past that. Now what I did, I made a valley, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a special fiberglass paste using fiberglass mat and resin.
Now's the time that you want to hit the subscribe button, click on that bell for notifications, and comment below. Because if you don't, this big blob of Bondo is going to be inside your bed covers tonight when you crawl in there, and it's going to get in places that we really don't want to talk about right now. Do, my friend, take a favor and subscribe. Now, do it, or that Bondo's going to do you.
Thanks for watching DIY Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.